Good morning, good evening, good night, you lovelies. It is the one, the only Cappy D Barra, and we are here to talk about AEW Dynamite, all right, December 10th, 2025. Unfortunately, due to some small issues, that I had with this program, I couldn't exactly watch it. It wasn't even on my DVR. So, this is kind of going to be a brief recapping of everything that we got. But from everything that I've seen, this was a great winter is coming. It seemed like everything that was building up to this, even including like the things with the Ops and, Kenny Omega and the Don Callis family, everything does seem to be coming to a bit of a head fast for World's End, or maybe Worlds Collide, for December 27th. Also, there's going to be a holiday bash. This should be about 3 hours. That's going to involve some matches with FTR, Juice Brunson, Austin Gunn, etc. Eventually, I'm praying that we get like a return to Jay White so we can kind of like flush out Bullet Club Gold. But that's just me kind of wishful thinking. Hey man, the second Jay White comes back, I'm on Adam Cole to come back, right? And the universe is gonna think that's too gritty. So being December 10th or December 11th, of the recording of the releasing of this video, I will say something right here, right? 15 days away from Christmas. I will give you guys a list of very cheap Christmas presents that you can buy now, right? To save yourself the hassle. All right, number one, socks. Just do it. It's gonna seem tacky. Trust me, they'll appreciate it in the long run. All right, give somebody 20 socks. When's the last time you complained about getting 20 socks? Never. Okay. Next thing, get them, right? Very simple. Very simple. Gift cards. All right, gift cards of $50 and below. Can't even be mad at it. There's like 2 meals right there. You know what I mean? Quick card, quick present, one right off the board. Last quick present that you can get within 15 days, all right? Because Christmas is very close around the corner. A signed copy, all right, of their favorite picture, all right, from their favorite person. Now, it doesn't have to be an actual signature, but it's the thought that counts, okay? Now, getting into Dynamite, all right? This Dynamite started off with, or I assume it started off with, being I did not have the DVR recording, the Ops and Shibata and Powerhouse Hobbs versus Hangman, the Cowboy, and when I swerve, I motherfucking drive, Swerve Strickland. This is a very fun match. I appreciated the teamwork, but the still animosity that is kept between these two wrestlers and Hangman and Swerve Strickland. Their combination of their tag moves is insanely good, and it shocks me that maybe somewhere in the past this wasn't thought off of like a one-off or maybe like a dark match, because this match fucking balls. It balls so fucking hard. Even the intros, they're coming out through the ring, and it really does seem like Tony Khan has gotten a presence down for all these people, and I can't be more pleased about that. I really did also like Swerve picking up the pin, because realistically Hangman is going to be picking up the W from Samoa Joe at the end of this, world title run, whenever this ends. Not really sure when that's going to be, but let's just give Swerve something to do and something to kind of hold on to as we bide the time with this Hangman and Samoa story. Really small thing, but it's just good booking all around. Really happy with that. I really also appreciate the match after this. Again, the match I could assume was after this, Okada versus Jack Perry. As you all know, Darby Allin found himself in the hospital as on a shoot injury. Could be a work injury. I feel like it's a work, but it could be a shoot injury. And essentially, he's no longer in the Continental Classic for the rest of the year. This leaves Jack Perry to pick up his coins and his storyline. Listen, I said it a while ago, we're probably not going to get it, but I need to see Jack Perry gig somebody, bro. I need to see Jack Perry gig somebody with one of those knives. And I understand it's like, well, it's a big ass fucking knife. Bro, if you just make a dull knife with like one sharp end, it's essentially the same as like barbed wire. You know what I mean? If they fucking gig people on barbed wire all the time, listen, I don't know. I feel like there's a way you can go about this where like you can do a natural gig and it will look good. But that's just kind of my take on Jack Perry. It's a really nice match. He bit his cock, which was like, wow, right? But it is kind of a payback for them. By a lot of biting between these two. Jack Perry bit Okada's finger, Okada bit Jack Perry's hand, and Jack Perry realistically bit like his scrotum, right? Like his like the area right above your crotch, right? Like even probably like fake bit it, right? But like in the sense of kayfabe, I doubt he like bit his dong, right? Or maybe he did. Maybe he did. Who knows? This is a fun match, though. This is a fun match. Okada picks up the win, as predicted, and we are moving forward with the Rainmaker progressing with about 6 points now. So, shout out to my boy, all right? The GOAT, okay? Next match on the card, we get the Babes of Wrath versus the Wives of Love, okay? We get Mina Shirakawa and Toni Storm having an amazing fucking match with Willow and Harley. I really do appreciate the growth that we've seen from Harley, her character work, and how the crowd has really just, accepted her. Because obviously, after she took that break from, facing Mercedes Moné, the whole puppet thing, even when that small thing when she teamed up with Mercedes, and the crowd is white hot. I cannot believe they did not capitalize on that. And I want to believe that they're saving it for later. But like when I tell you, like Mercedes Moné and Minnie Monet is quite literally like it's free money. It's free money. Oh my gosh. But yeah, so Mercedes Moné and so Harley Cameron and Willow Nightingale, they're having an amazing showing from this tournament, and they pick up the dub, and this was the right choice. They have a beautiful celebration with the conglomeration after, and I was just happy. I was just so fucking happy to see Willow pick up gold, and she just looks so good with it, bro. This is now her first inaugural championship. The first was the TBS championship, and you know what? I said it once and I'll say it again, man. Willow is a fucking pillar of this company, man. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps thinking about that crowd and how fucking lively it was, and then she picked up the pin. I was pretty like work mad. I was pretty like work upset that like Mina picked up the pin, because like, bro, Tony Khan, why didn't you stop the match? Okay, tell these ladies that they're doing a great job. All right, bring some cake and some ice cream out and stop the fucking match. Okay, why the fuck do you have Mina getting pinned? I'm sick as fuck, bro. My fucking queen. No, but obviously I love Willow Nightingale, Harley Cameron, and obviously these are all faces, so it was a very generous moment. It was a very celebratory moment for everybody in the ring, including the quote-unquote losers and Toni Storm and Mina. But man, I'm so fucking happy for Willow. So fucking happy for Willow. And again, realistically, we could see Athena and Billie Starkz dealing with this team up very soon if Athena loses the championship in ROH anytime soon. Honestly, I don't want that to like, I'm not saying that as like I need her character, I need this character to be finished up. All I'm saying is that the sooner we get her on AEW Dynamite, nigga, the second we start getting Athena on regular Dynamite tapings, nigga, oh my god. Okay, next match of the night, okay, we are going to be talking about the Mad King, okay, Eddie Kingston versus Samoan Joe, okay, the tribal chief. This shit was pretty good. I love old nigga grabs, man. I don't know what you want me to tell you. I love old nigga grabs. Eddie Kingston doing what he's been doing after, being away for 500 days, as beautifully articulated by only Daniel Bryanson. It's nothing short of phenomenal, and the work that he has put in is just indicative that he is one of the hearts and souls of AEW, right along there with Kenny Omega, right along there with MJF, right? I mean, to a certain extent, I mean, even names of future past, right? Like even names of the past, right? Like a Cody Rhodes, a Jade Cargill. These are people who established AEW's run as something, not just another fucking podunk backwater fucking hillbilly show, right? And it's so fucking amazing to see Eddie Kingston get the flowers that he deserves, along with Samoa Joe also going out there having a great match. There's something I'll be touching on briefly, and it's not going to be brief. It's going to be at least like a 10-minute rant, to be honest with you. Samoa Joe, in the midst of giving Eddie Kingston an STFU, I still call it an STFU. I'm old school, just like I still call the AAA like the FU. Like it is what it is. All right, I'm a 2000s kid at heart. He salutes to the camera, right? He salutes to the hard cam. And Cena, he screenshotted that, and I believe he posted it. Now, as the time of recording this, I'm going to double fact check this, but I'm pretty sure this is what happened. All right, so I'm going to go to John Cena's page and I'm going to triple check. All right, right now. Oh my fucking god, it's there. It's still there. I can see the AEW logo on his page. I don't even know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know what's going on. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Oh my fucking gosh. Okay. Wow. Listen, I want John Cena in the dub. Oh my god, I want John Cena versus Kenny Omega so bad. Oh my gosh. Okay, but John Cena, I can't believe that shit's on his page. John Cena just signed a 5-year ambassador contract with WWE, meaning his prime is long gone. Well, yeah, duh, it's long and gone. But this kind of like this kind of new second wind of energy that he's been getting to do some of these matches, you know, like with the Gunther, right? With a what was it, Carmelo Hayes? With a Sami Zayn, right? With a Cody Rhodes. Apparently, that's all gonna be like, well, it's gonna be all be gone after 5 years. There's no way he's gonna be able to wrestle matches with an ambassador contract. But you're fucking, why? Oh my god. I don't know what to do, man. I feel like so torn right now because he goes on these press runs and he's such a fucking like corpo. Like if you guys play Cyberpunk, like a corpo is essentially, if none of you play Cyberpunk, right? The idea is that a corpo is somebody who's so like consumed and absorbed by their business that's their entire identity, right? They eat, sleep, and work business in marketing structures and all types of shit, right? But with John Cena, he's like that in real life. So it's difficult to hear him speak about the love of the business or anything pertaining to the fans when all he does is side with the business, and the business has been so antagonistic towards the fans for almost, it feels like all year. And now you sign this contract with these people who are like openly pro-Republican, and it's like they make no intelligent creative choices. I really do think that we were only like reaching like the top of the surface when Bret Hart said that Triple H has no creative ideas at all, and that letting him take the reins will probably be the end for the Fed. I really do think that that was the tip of the iceberg, right? That was the surface level commentary. I genuinely believe if you have an in-depth conversation with Shawn Michaels and some of these like war room conversations that have to be had before some of these NXT choices. Like we're gonna take a quick little trip off to NXT before we finish up Dynamite, right? NXT is in shambles, right? Everyone wants Obafemi to go over on Cody. It's the right choice. So instead of having Ricky Saints find some conniving way to get Javon over, to have Obafemi give him some kind of give him some bite, give him some give him a chip on the shoulder walking into Saturday night's main event, you have him win. Meaning that he will be double champ, and just aesthetically having your quote-unquote developmental. We're not going to keep talking about the lack of kind of progress that NXT has had as a brand. It is not just simply developmental. That should be a premium indie fucking brand where people from all over the world, AAA, New Japan, Noah, Eve, can come in and they could be welcome to the fucking doors of the Fed, right? That is what NXT should be. It should be a Fed level, but like it should be a Fed budget level Ring of Honor, right? That's wholeheartedly what I believe NXT should be. Right? The issue with making an Obafemi double champion is it doesn't look right because NXT isn't propped up to be this brand where you should be brandishing the title on the quote-unquote main card. And that's not a Obafemi problem. That's not a Javon Evans. That's not a Shawn Michaels problem. That's a TKO problem. That's a triple Booker problem. That's a triple nose problem. He doesn't do his fucking job when it comes to proper marketing. And even honestly, the fucking infrastructure of some of these companies like Evolve should be more than what it is. But it isn't. It isn't, and everyone on a good day would like to maybe turn on Evolve and watch a great indie match because the indie cats want to get their names out there. They want the television time. They'll do whatever the fuck it takes to get that next paycheck. But we're not going to televise them or market them or maybe even have the stakes mean anything. And I guess what I'm really trying to get to is NXT means fucking nothing because TKO wants it to mean nothing. So Obafemi, if he keeps that title, in turn to the fans, to the fucking marks, he will mean nothing, unfortunately, right? So unless you're going to make Obafemi a solo champion, right? There's no reason why he wins. There's no reason why he wins, and they know that shit. Right? The alternative is, right, Cody winning and you just not listening to your fan base. And that's like, I don't know. Hey, if you guys are happy with the Fed not listening to you, that's great. But wholeheartedly, I'm pretty fucking sick of it. All right? And then you're also going to talk about everything happening with Blake Monroe. NXT is a fucking disaster, bro. It is really bad, and there's such simple choices you can make, like, a heel Ricky Saints, it works, right? We get a natural Ricky versus Javon if Oba goes under, right? Javon picks up the title, and now Javon has an issue with Ricky for getting his nose in his business. Obafemi goes on to wipe the floor with Cody walking into the main card. I'm gonna try to put this on TikTok because listen how simple that is, right? You keep the structure of a heel Ricky, but instead you just move one piece here so you give the fans what they want. Why is that so complicated? complicated. It goes right back into my doomsday conversation. The lack of fan engagement makes these products unfucking bearable. Unfucking bearable. Okay, that's off of my Fed diatribe. Sorry about that, Dub fans. So the last match of the night. All right, I really liked it. I mean, we're coming right off of Eddie Kingston and Samoa Joe. Amazing fucking match between those two. It was Kyle Fletcher and Speedball Mike Bailey, and shout out to Tony Khan. This was the match to have for your main event. You know, in my mind, I was thinking like, oh, like, what the fuck was the main event? But I mean, we're only 2 clicks away from a brand new inaugural fucking women's tag champion, really right down the line from AEW's World Championship match. So it's really not a terrible place to put it. You know, that we're in the Continental Classic season, and boy, oh boy, does fucking Kyle Fletcher, the porno star, and fucking Mike Speedball Bailey do their motherfucking thing with this match. Yo, first off, Speedball Mike Bailey's knees. Listen, I don't know how they do it. But they're fucking insane. Amazing wrestler. Insanely fucking good wrestler. I really appreciated the agility kind of being slowly siphoned off of Kyle Fletcher like throughout the match, and eventually he just kind of starts collapsing, because you know that's one of Kyle Fletcher's biggest ups. You know that he's agile, he's quick, but he's as strong as an ox, and he's as quick as a fucking bullet, right? But he really does get tired out from, you know, the fast-paced movements of Speedball Mike Bailey, right? Kind of makes sense now, doesn't it? Really nice match between these two. Even like the ending, I loved. You know, it ended up in a roll-up. You know, everyone assumed that was just gonna be like kind of like a finish or spam kind of situation, but I mean, like, even how these two like hand off like the match to each other, it's perfect. You know, it's a roll-up. Kyle Fletcher, you know, he seems shocked. Speedball Bailey, you know, they roll out and just like exhaustion, they practically like die on the apron, right? And it's just like, this is what the Continental Classic is. It is 2 characters finding a perfect gray area to make matches memorable and have their stories connect. All right, Speedball Mike Bailey, he doesn't quit. All right, and he keeps fighting, even if it means he uses his jaw bones, even if it means he uses his wrist bones, if he has to throw his shins around in some kind of, you know, manic matter, he'll do what he can to win this fight. And Kyle Fletcher is so, and Kyle Fletcher is such an analyst, right? And he's so particular, right? And it's so he's so particular, right? And it's very meticulous how he dissects his opponents, and it was very entertaining. And honestly, hell of a main event, hell of a way to fucking drop Dynamite. If you notice, this Dynamite has just been me kind of just like low-key gooning. I'm glazing this fucking match, bro. I'm glazing this fucking show, honestly, because of what. Like, if you notice, it's me low-key kind of just glazing the show. And I'm gonna be honest, it's glaze worthy. Low-key, bro. Low-key, like, we get fucking Okada, we get a Kenny segment, we get this beautiful Jon Moxley segment where you can just see the chemistry of the Death Riders and why they work and why it is going to be such of a gut punch when they eventually do break up at the end of this Continental Classic, or maybe even somewhere down the line, right? But man, this was a very entertaining Dynamite. Again, December 10th, 2025, we're building towards Worlds Collide. We're building towards World Collide December 27th, so all of you stay around for that. I do have a couple of other videos going out today, so you guys stick around. All right, I hope all of you have a good one. All right, it's me and boy Cappy. All right, y'all stay tuned, stay safe, stay beautiful. All right, peace.